Hello and welcome to Asanas and Wellness. If this is your first time here, my name is Latoya, and today I'll be guiding you through a 30-minute yin sequence for flexibility. So I'll be using blocks to support me in this practice today. So if you have blocks or something that resembles blocks, I encourage you to have those nearby. You also may find a strap to be helpful when we're doing our lying quad stretch. So have a strap or a belt, anything that resembles a strap. All right, so if you're ready, let's get started. So we'll start our practice today in Child's Pose. And I'm going to bring my knees fairly wide. So it just depends on what's comfortable for you. I'm going to bring mine about as wide as my mat. Feel free to bring yours in closer if that works for your body. Bring your big toes to touch. Send your hips down towards your heels and extend your arms out, melting your forehead and your chest down towards the mat. Resting your forehead down. Now lifting up, pressing into the palms of your hands. Walk your fingertips over towards the left side of your mat. Really extending through that right arm to feel a stretch along the right side. And breathing deeply down into your belly. Maybe imagine your breath going into that right side. Today we'll be holding each pose for approximately 2 minutes. Softening through your face. Now pressing up through your palms once more, and this time walking your fingertips over towards the right side of your mat. Extending through that left arm a bit until you feel a gentle stretch along the left side of your torso. And pressing back up, walking your hands back to center, pressing yourself up. From here, let's just come to sit on our heels for just a moment. Just allowing your shoulders to relax, rolling your shoulders back and down. Just taking a few deep breaths. All right, so I'm moving on to our bellies for Sphinx Pose. Bringing your legs so they're about hip width apart. Bringing your elbows to the mat under your shoulders. Your forearms parallel to each other. Palms pressing down to the mat. Maybe open your fingertips nice and wide. And we're going to kind of roll our shoulders back to bring your chest forward. And from here, you can gaze straight ahead if that feels okay. But if you feel this like pain or this compression in the back of your neck, gaze down toward the top of the mat. Or you can even just adjust your elbows, move them out a bit, and that can also help with any discomfort you may be having in your neck. Maybe close your eyes and just focus on your breath. Taking slow but deep breaths. All the way into your belly. After a busy week, this is your time, or a busy day, this is your time to just slow down and to just focus on your breath, focus on how you feel. Just find this moment of stillness. Okay, so from here, just take a moment to just bring your chest to the mat for Crocodile Pose. So maybe making a triangle with your hands resting your forehead, right on top of the back of your hands for just a moment. Next, we'll find our lying quad stretch. Okay, so maybe bring your right forearm parallel to the top of your mat. You're going to be resting your forehead maybe down to on the back of your hand. And you can, this is where a strap may come in handy. Just bring your left hand around to grab either the top of your foot, the ball of your foot, or even your ankle. And you can bring your forehead down to the back of your hand, or you can stay propped up if that feels okay to your back. And if you need a strap, just take your strap, bring it around your foot, and hold the pose. And try to allow your leg muscle, your quad, to just be soft. I know it may be a habit to kind of just contract that muscle, but try to keep it soft so that you'll actually be able to receive the benefits of a yin practice. And when we contract our muscles, then the muscle is going to be getting the benefit. But keep it soft, and we'll be able to get down into, well, past the muscle and into those deeper connective tissues. Now slowly release that left foot with control. Just take a moment. And then let's go to the right side. And slowly releasing that right foot, and taking a moment and slowly pressing up and finding downward facing dog. Just curling your toes, pressing your hips up, and walking towards the front of your mat, or walk your hands and feet towards each other to find forward fold for just a few seconds. Hips up towards the sky, keeping a slight bend in the knees. Bring your fingertips to the mat, turn your toes out, your heels in, and bring your hips down for Malasana or Yogi Squat. And adjust if needed. Also, if you have a block, if it feels better, you can definitely rest your hips down to your block in this pose with your elbows on the inside of your knees, creating this resistance by gently pressing your elbows out. Let's take a few breaths here. Slowly bring your fingertips out in front of you to roll out of this pose. And from here, we'll come to a seated position for reclined swan pose, or seated swan pose. Okay, so be leaning back with your fingertips pointed out behind you. Cross your left ankle just above your right knee, sitting up nice and tall. Now, adjust your right foot to a place where you feel the right intensity for you. So if you bring it in closer, it may feel more intense in that left hip, the outer hip. And if it's too intense, you can always bring your foot out more. So just adjust it where needed. There's really no right or wrong. It's just where you feel like is your perfect place today. If you prefer reclined, you can also come to your back and take this pose in a reclined position, grabbing the back of your thigh, your right thigh, or grabbing around your right knee to draw that knee in. Okay, now from here, we're gonna walk your right foot over towards the left side of your mat, and then you're gonna come up into Fire Log Pose with your shins kind of stacked, or maybe crossing your left foot in front of your right, if that works better. Bringing your fingertips down to the mat, beginning to crawl yourself forward until you feel like you're at your edge, which don't go all the way to your max. You know, you don't want to be all the way at your max, because as we sit in the pose for these 2 minutes, you're going to gradually open up more and more. So just kind of take your time. You have 2 minutes here, so ease into it, and then allow yourself to open and kind of flow into it. And if coming forward is too intense, then you can always sit with your spine up nice and straight. Using your fingertips to press yourself back up if you took a fold. And just extend both legs out front. Just for a moment, and just kind of take it in. Or feel free to take some windshield wipers if you feel like that will feel better. It's allowing your knees to fall side to side. Then we'll take our seated pigeon on the other side. So crossing your right ankle over your left knee this time. Adjusting to where it feels right for you, and taking a few breaths. Breathing deeply. right, and walking your left foot over towards the right side of your mat, allowing that left knee to fall over to find your firewall pose. Inhale, and on the exhale, begin to fall, crawl forward. And using your fingertips to press yourself back up. Extend your feet. Take a few windshield wipers. Whatever feels good. Okay, so from here, I'm going to turn forward into this cross-leg pose or Sukhasana, easy pose. Now let's take some twists. So inhale, extend up through your spine, and on the exhale, take a twist to the right, using your left hand to grab your right knee, left hand behind you. And exhale, release. Inhale, extend up. Exhale, twisting to the left. And release. Bringing your palms together at your heart center. We'll be ending here today, but feel free to take a few moments in Shavasana if you feel like that's what you need. We'll end our practice by taking a slow, deep breath in through the nose and then out of the mouth. So inhale. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. If you enjoyed this sequence, feel free to head over to asanasandwellness.com to check out my schedule of live classes. Remember to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Until next time.